Good evening and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be playing RimWorld again. Where we left things yesterday, we had just started a new colony. Because for the first 3.5 hours of the stream, we had quite a successful colony. But my overconfidence was our downfall and we fell to an infestation. That was actually outside of our base. Yeah, I just got a little bit too confident, and Cassandra punished us for it. So let's go ahead and load straight in. This one is the Confederation of the Hill. And I believe we're still at the standard 5 pawns for the tribal start. But what we'll do is we'll have a quick overview of where we are currently. Should only take a couple of minutes, as we did not get very far into this colony. There we go. Okay, so we have Mole, who is currently incapacitated with severe malnutrition and food poisoning. Seisuga, who is a masochist and a jogger. Bit of intellectual, crafting, plants. Jackal, mining, construction, animals, and social. Quite a few decent traits. Mole, also construction and mining with some animals. Again, some really good traits on Mole. White, I'm not a fan of chemical interest, but he's industrious, plants, animals, crafting, medical, and a bit of mining. And Barga, underground and abrasive, so mining, decent cooking, artistic and medical. We did start off with a couple of animals, so we've got a chemical processing unit, which is a mechanical chicken from the Android Tiers mod. We have a Welsh Terrier, who we're training to haul, and a pug called Boots, who may get turned into Boots in the future. So far we have a couple of bedrooms set up. We do need a 5th one for Six's bed to go in, but this is where we started. The map is a mountain tile with caves, but what we do know is because we used the map reroll mod, so this is a map that we selected. We mined through into this area here to start off with, but we do know there is a larger area here that we can mine into for additional space that is still protected by this mountain range. We do have some scrap bits around that we can collect. We've already grabbed some beds, which will help us in the startup. There's also some fridges that we've stolen, some tables, some dressers, some armchairs. There's a couple of electric stoves that we're going to save for the future. And at the moment, everyone is sleeping. We've got some meals being made, we've got some rice being collected. That's always helpful in the start. We do have the tilled soil mod, so plants will grow a little bit faster. But what I've started off with is rice, corn, cotton, and this will eventually be heel roots once we've got the skill to plant it. So what I'm going to do, we're going to turn the speed up so everyone can get through the night. We're running a little low on wood, but we have some trees set to cut here. So at this point we'll probably just let the colony run for a moment and let people go through and do their own thing. We did have a raid, the first initial raid come in, which was Kaka. He died. We did try and capture him, but while we were tending his wounds, he decided to get up, get violent, and the doctor just punched him in the head and he died. So that is the way it goes on the Rim, unfortunately. We did have a stack of jade here, which we've dug up as well. We're digging out some steel, and it looks like, yep, everyone is doing their thing. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to set the schedules. Now I'm going to set an hour and 2 hours for recreation, and then the rest will all be work. That should stop anyone from getting the recreation starved debuff. And in here we're going to set this down to fine, and to make sure everyone's set to herbal medicine. And then in the outfits we want to disallow tainted, and we want to disallow anything under 50% quality. We're going to turn off noble apparel. We're going to turn off anything LTEX. I'm going to turn off anything prestige. And the reason we're doing this is so that the anything outfit will be for regular people. And then later on in the game, we will set one for specifically for ideology pawns. So we need to turn off the war mask and the pelt coat. So if we go back in, and we'll turn off the war mask and the pelt coat. Okay, so that's those set. The next thing will be to dig out a proper storage room here. And actually, we might dig it out this direction. We do need another room, so these rooms are 4 by 5. So 2, 3, 5. So we need another one in this direction. And we'll shrink that zone down, haul that away, and we'll set some plans. Like so. And what we'll do is we will extend this hallway around here. And the reason I'm doing 3 tile wide hallways is when we put in doors to effectively airlock this space, anyone coming through that corridor will have to face 3 of our pawns versus 1 of theirs. So it just evens the odds a little bit, makes it a little bit easier to fight in those corridors. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the wooden doors with steel doors. And just to make everyone a little happier, we're going to place down some wooden floors. And we'll reinstall this bed here. Good, they hold all that wood in. And we'll start laying the framework for these storage areas. So I'm going to go 9 by 15 in each of these rooms. So, and I'm lining them up because if we do 9 by 15 there, it should leave us enough. It's because I've varied the size of my bedrooms, so that has altered. So we might go 10 on each of these this time, and then we'll do a 2 tile wide hallway between them. And then we'll have a door on either side. Oh no, because we're doing 10. Measurements, they're always fun. So we'll leave the pawns to dig that out. We do have a good set of miners in this colony, so that should be dug out quite fast. And we could probably do, because that's going to have the outdoors debuff, we need to set a door really. So we'll put a doorway in there, and that'll mean that this will stop decaying as fast, because currently it's set to outdoors. And we're going to expand that zone to there. And what we'll do is we'll probably likely dig out the rest of this to make it a more sizable stockpile. This is the first quest for the Royalty DLC, the Ambushed Baron. Honorius Ebezmo is being chased by a Persian cat for 8 honour. Who is our best social pawn? Might be Jackal. Yeah. So I think we'll accept that with Jackal. So Honorius needs to make his way into the base, as here is the cat that is chasing him. So we'll get everyone up and out. Melee pawns to the front. See if our shooters can do the job, which they can't. And there is someone missing. Who is missing? Oh, he was way out somewhere else doing something. What was he doing? There's no home areas, so he wasn't cleaning. There's nothing he should have been doing out there. But everyone can go back. That's done. Honorius can undraft. And just a small bite. It'll auto load. So that can go, that can go, that can go, that can go. And we'll get the ceremony done. Don't know where they're going to go because I haven't set any spots yet. So they're going to stand in the storage area. So we'll do the bestowing ceremony. Hopefully Jackal gets the same power that we got last time, which was Word of Trust. It's a really powerful sidecast. Will help us recruit more pawns. Oh dear, that's not good. What power did they get? Pain block. Okay, pain block's not terrible. There are worse powers to get. There's some compacting machinery we've got there. Oh dear. Okay, let's get those out of there. So this is a tribal start, so it's going to start off quite slow and predictable. Okay, why are they not cooking? Probably because I've got it set to ×4, so they probably just ran out. It's a bit of a pain, but we'll stabilise as and when the corn comes into fruition. So for anyone who is new to the channel or is unsure of how to start a conversation or anything like that, we do have a question of the day, which is !QOTD. And today's question of the day is, have you met any celebrities? If so, how did your interaction go with them? And if you do have any questions about the mods that we're using, please feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer any questions I can. We do also have a !mods command, which will give you a link to a Steam collection that will have all of the mods we have running on this playthrough. Okay, we're pulling up some rice, some ship chunks that have just landed. That's pretty good. Varga is doing some cooking for us. We like to see that. Okay, so I'm going to match the doorway down here. Stick some doors in there as well. And I will apologise if at any point I do mute myself on occasion. I am still recovering from COVID, and it's been a rough old time. But I've got plenty of water, I've got a nice big mug of tea with me as well, so I will occasionally just mute myself to take a drink. I've got to protect what's left of my voice and my throat. And let's just expand that to there. Take those ones out there. Set everything to haul. They'll be hauled out as and when there is space. And we will find these bits out here. Okay. We probably should put down some... No, oh, we can't plan them while we've got nothing. Okay, animal sleeping spots. We'll put a couple of animal sleeping spots down. Only Boots and Loyalty will actually need the beds. But if our mechanical chicken ever gets damaged, it will need a place to go and lie down. This abandoned installation is part of the Vanilla Genetics Expanded mod. It's not something we're going to be doing for a long time. And I have just realised we are not butchering anything. Oh dear. I build a bench and then forget to set it. So we've got a rotten corpse. We'll have to get rid of that. So what we'll do is we will set a dumping stockpile zone. And we'll set it there. And the reason why I'm setting it in the water, we want to clear all. We don't want fresh. We do want corpses. We want weapons and apparel, but we don't want non-biocoded. And we don't want clean. So we'll get those out of there. And we'll expand this zone to cover there. And here we'll turn off rotten. Oh dear, that's... Jackal and Barger have got malaria. White is our best doctor, so prioritise tending for me, please. Oh dear. So I'm going to have to put some lights in the bedrooms. So what did we get? We got 48, so that's a decent amount. And we got 59. So the initial 10s went off quite well. Should give us a chance to get ahead of the curve. And our medicine man is not set, so Jackal is going to be our first leader of this colony. We do have a Neolithic style, So one of the things we will have to do in the future, as the colony grows, is build monoliths. And it also changes the look of some items. So, for example, the torches look different, the tables look different, and it looks like we've got the primordial advent as well that we need to do. So we'll go ahead and get that done. Just had a bit of a drink while that was going on, and unimpressive, wonderful. We only got 1 development point from that. And some endangered black rhinos. I think we'll leave them to roam. But what they do is, if you tame endangered animals and breed them, you can release them into the wild, and you gain favour with tribal colonies in the area. Because they are happy that you've been assisting the endangered animals. More ship chunks. Got another wedge of steel there, that's always nice to have. But what we're going to do is, this room is now fully dug out. So we're going to expand this zone, take it into there, and we'll get rid of that one. And we'll just set haul urgently, so all of that will be moved over. That area is now full of chunks. White is the major break risk. Why are you so... Why are you recreation starved? Why have you not been doing your job? Okay, so let's give everyone an extra hour in the morning for recreation. So there's no reason why they shouldn't be doing any recreation, but let's set up some extras. So we'll set up an archery target there, one there, and we'll set up a couple of game of boards. And a couple of torches. Okay, mad boomalopes. So what I'm going to do is we'll set up a couple of torches in there. Mad boomalope. And it is mad. Okay. We want to bring everyone out. This could go quite wrong. Okay, so I was hoping we'd knock it down, but it being on fire, well, it blowing up, that's what happens with boomalopes. Malaria's got untreated. Okay. It's burning up all our crops. That's not good. Why is the fire burning so fast? That's what I want to know. Usually does not burn this fast. I don't know of anything that's changed in regards to fire spread. That's concerning. It's spreading a lot faster than it usually does. Well, that's no good at all. Our bedrooms are dying. Everyone out, come on. You gotta be smarter about that. We're gonna have to let that burn. Oh my god, Davey, thank you for the raids. Welcome on in, raiders. How is everyone doing? As you can see, things are not going quite too good here. And thank you for the follow. Yeah, this is not going quite too good. Yeah, I'm definitely British. Live in the northwest of England, and yeah. So that's the plan eventually, Syntax. I'm working on my alerts. That did not go well. And that was from a single boomlope. Oh god. Cassandra does not like me today. Okay. So let's put down some sleeping spots there. They're going to prepare for a while. That's wonderful. Okay, they're not too bad. Actually, further south from Liverpool, I live in South Cheshire. I'm about as far south as you can get, while still being considered the northwest. Considering about 10 minutes to the south of me is Staffordshire, which is usually considered the Midlands. Okay, so we've got infections. So let's see, what have we got? It's just a burn. Jackal's still got malaria that's going untended. Immunity's still doing well. Mole is broken but not infected. White has got an infection that's been treated badly. And Bagger has... okay. No, tend to yourself, please. Yorkshire is a very, very beautiful place. I love Yorkshire. And as far as posh, not quite. The posh part's a little bit further north from me. That's where all the rich people and the footballers live. I live in what is pretty much these days a dormitory town. We're here for housing and that's about it. I am. Growing up, my brothers, one of them supports Liverpool, the other supports Man United, and my mum, despite my dad, started supporting Newcastle because my dad is from Sunderland. And so growing up, I started supporting Newcastle, and it's partially because my mum was supporting Newcastle, but also because Alan Shearer was captain of England. And so when I was growing up, you know, Newcastle weren't the greatest team, but they did quite well until they got taken over by Mike Ashley and things started going downhill. Yeah, it was a really good troll by my mum. So I am quite literally the black sheep of my dad's family. Because instead of wearing white and red, I wear white and black. Yeah, it's... prior to Mike Ashley, we were almost always in the top half. We had a couple of good runs. You know, we nearly won the Premier League one year. We did fluff it up, but nearly as good enough for me. But yeah, it's Newcastle's always been an interesting one. People always wondering why, and You know, I'm hopeful. This season we're looking quite good. We've got fresh money in the club, and yeah, we're talking football. If we lose to Middlesbrough, yeah, it'll be disappointing, but at least we're not losing to Sunderland. Okay. Are you bleeding? No, you're not. That's fine. How do you look? Prodigy and Tycoon? You're quite good. Have you got any bleeding wounds? No. You've got medical skill, so capture please. Yeah, Vulcan is a Newcastle fan. Yeah, the Shola Amiobi. Yeah, he was a great player. I did have the occasion to meet Alan Shearer once, and yeah, I will never get anything better than that. Because like I said, Shearer was captain of England when I was a kid, and yeah, it was one of those days where, you know, I was 20 at the time, and it still feels like I was a kid. Yeah, Obafemi Martins, really great striker. To be fair, we've had a lot of really good players. We've just been horribly mismanaged. It's if we'd had better management, we probably would have done better. Oh god, everything's going wrong. Jump to location. White has gone wild. Who have we got who can tame? Mole and Jackal. Good, we've got enough skill to tame him. Mole, not enough time to sleep. Oh, wonderful, we've got no usable food. It's because he's just stolen our food. God's sake. Okay, I'm stealing your bed for the moment. Jackal. No. No. Need someone capable. 46 is our best chance. We'll go and arrest him. Okay. Can't take him because he's sleeping. Oh dear. I'd have to go and check. I missed that. If you posted a link, then it was probably the link. I just have to find where I'm looking for. Because I do have things set pretty high. I'm not sure then. Maybe it was because I don't have paragraph protection on. Oh look, Barker's dead. Wonderful. He got killed by the malaria. Let me just have a look. So, was it the was it Stream Elements that did it? Yeah, Stream Elements timed out for 30 seconds, 16 messages. It might have been capitals. So I do have caps protection on. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, it might have been the caps. I'm still nailing down the details on the moderation side of things. Oh, White has died as well. Wonderful. Okay. Cargo pods apparel. We'll have a hat. Okay, so we'll set that back to colonists. We do only have 2 beds now. And we want to set a burial for Barget. Yeah, and I've got it set on for now because it's just me running things. And once I get my head around some more of the moderation stuff for myself, then I'll be able to turn it down and or off, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, so we've gone from 5 colonists to 3 because I decided to take on a Boomerlope. Excellent. So who have we got doing what? Mole is going to have to be our cook. We've still got most of the skills, so we're doing alright. Let's get him buried to start off. What? I miss Mole's infection. Wonderful. I think it might be colony number 3 to start off with. Who's doctoring? I don't think we can save Mole. He's getting close. I've got about 1,200 hours, maybe 1,300 now, in RimWorld. I don't know. This today has just gone wrong all over the place. The colony I started yesterday died due to my overconfidence. Because I took on an infestation outside my base instead of trying to draw the insects through my traps. And today, I killed the Boomlope that you see in the centre of the screen, and the fire just raged out of control. Even with all 5 pawns fighting it, the fire spread, I don't know why, seems to be a lot higher than it used to be. Crisis of belief. Oh, I forgot we've got a prisoner. Oh well. Prisoner will try to convert, and then we'll see how things go. Which one of you is constructing? Jackal, you can construct. I'll probably need a copy. But yeah, it was all going so well until it didn't. And yeah. Okay, so berry mole. Why is Barker's corpse forbidden? Bury it. But yeah, let me check. Was Steam 1,338 hours, so just a few hours. But No, Cassie's unhappy with me today. It's just that was the raid that came in. Manhunter pack, enemy raid, and here's another negative. Wonderful. Okay, it's a single rabbit chicken. That is fine. So I do have the vanilla genetics expanded mod, which is where we get this rabbit chicken from. I just love how it ignores the person stood right in front of it when it's Manhunter. Okay, go back to work. So now we have 2 pawns. We've got someone who can construct and mine, grow. We've still got crafting. We've still got handling, warning. We do have someone vaguely capable of medical. You are going to need self-tent on. But at least now we only need 2 bedrooms. And all the beds that we salvaged at the start of the game that are in these ruins, are all gone. Okay, conversion is done. Let's recruit. You can cook, which is good. Craft, art. An iron stomach as well, so you're not going to get food poisoning. We'll have the animal pod. For the moment, we can get rid of... So we'll leave that one. We'll get rid of the other 2. Have we got any cloth? Yes, we do. Okay, so the cloth didn't burn. Jackal is having a panic attack while they are repairing. That's... If you're going to have a mental break and still work, that is fine by me. Ah, dear. We should probably... Oh, we can't because Jackal is broken. Ah, dear. When Jackal unbreaks, we'll try and get the funerals done. Oh dear. Things were looking so good for this start as well. So in the previous one, we got a decent base put together. We got some defenses set up. We got some nice traps set up as well, and yeah, I thought we could deal with a 2-hive infestation. It spawned outside of the base in a cave. I thought we could deal with it, so I drafted everyone up, and for some reason half of the pawns decided to ignore my orders and stay at the base and not follow the rest of the group. And the insectoids just absolutely tore through the people that did turn up, and by the time the others caught up, it was all over. Okay, Jackal obtained Fast Learner. That is, as far as results of mental break go, that's pretty good. But let's get some funerals done. Yeah, I like mountain bases, so this is a temperate climate, forest, mountain tile with caves. We do use the map reroll mod, so we were able to select this map from previews. And so this small area here we mined into, and we do know there is another large hole here which we can mine into for more outdoor space while still having the protection of this mountain range. And then there is virtually nothing up here, so all of this space we can dig into and use. So what I'll likely do is I'll dig into this area here for more growing space, and then we'll have the base situated in this area here, and then this area over here we'll dig out space to draw infestations into. Sorry, but I'm going to wake you up again because we're going to do another funeral. At least get you some mood buffs, considering your brother died, you're hungry, you ate raw food, you witnessed a death. Oh dear God, this is why I dislike anxious pawns. Because when they're in a bad mood, they just have consistent panic attacks. And it's going to be difficult to get things done. Jackal is our miner, do our constructing. It's going to take them a long time to recover. Yep, no worries, Davey. Thank you again for the raid, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day. One of these days, I'll fix up a shout-out command as well. I just realised I should probably do that. Okay, so how are we looking? 20. That's not good. It's going to take a while to get Gabella into the colony. But that's the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, if anyone is wondering, I do have an !mods command, which does have a link to a Steam collection that has all of the mods in. And there's another panic attack. And from the conversation we were having earlier about football, we do also have a question of the day, which is !QOTD, which is basically, have you ever met any celebrities? If so, how was your interaction with them? So they had a crisis of belief. They're still part of our ideology, which is good. Jackal is sort of in bed, but not quite. They collapsed due to exhaustion. Who is our... Oh, that might be why. I've got no one set to cooking, because Varga died. That's why they're eating raw food. They're going to get food poisoning, but simple meals are better than nothing. So we'll see if we can try and salvage this colony. It looks like most of the repairs are done. Need to repair the floors in there eventually. How are we looking? We've got some supplies left. So part of me is glad that I moved my storage from this area here into here, because when this area caught on fire, that would have all gone up really fast. I was also going to start setting up some research, but I could really do with more pawns before we do that. I'm just going to mute myself a second while I have a drink. Oh dear. But yeah, thank you everyone that came in with the raids and dropped some follows. It's always nice to see, especially familiar faces. I'm planning on streaming again over the weekend, and I'm going to make it a more regular thing. I did start streaming 2 times a week earlier this year, but I came down with COVID in January, and the recovery has been a bit on the rough side. I've been diagnosed with what they call long COVID, which is basically saying I have major fatigue problems, which is it's made things really rough, especially since while I was off work with COVID, the company I worked for decided to cut my contract, which in theory they're not supposed to do, but they could because I was within the first 6 months, which is still what they consider the trial period, and they can basically cut your contract for any reason. And so that was a bit of a major hit, really. Is there anything particularly we need? No, there isn't. So we'll just get a little bit of money. Of course, you're a major break risk. I know you're a major break risk. You want a Edison Man mask. So let's stick that next to the door. You want a war mask. And you are our crafter. So after you've done those meals, try and get this mask made. An insulting spree. Okay, it's not a panic attack this time. And what I will need to do is new outfit, moral leader, tainted, nothing under 50%. Set that for Jackal, so they will be able to wear the mask. Yep, that's it. Finish off the mask for me. And it's a good one. That's better than I expected. And Jackal immediately put the mask on, just what we like to see. That will help with the mood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 negative debuffs for colonists dying. That's going to make things interesting. Where are you currently? 17.4. This is where I wish that Jackal had got 3 at 1. Okay, ship to the stars, we're not going to do. Mission to the rundown lab, no. Cargo pods, weapons. It's an insect chitin shield. That's, yeah, chitin shields are alright. And they've left me a gift, a 9 crystalline matrix. Jackal. Good, you're feeding and talking to them. Raw tribute collector. No, thank you. Yes, you're a major break risk. There is literally nothing we can do about it right now. Okay, once you've done those, we'll clean these rooms. Might help the moods a little bit. And let's repair the floors. So I don't know what the raw tributes collectors expect. You know, half burnt down colony. Thank you for the follow. I do have anonymous follow alerts, but welcome on in, Yed. How are you doing? It's a few more familiar faces today, so always nice to see. Cassandra is making me her bitch today. This was a tribal start colony, so there were 5 pawns. And Cassandra threw Malaya at me. Then a mad boomalope, which blew up and the fire spread extremely fast. And then a raid. And yeah, a couple of infections following the burns. Cassie has not been happy with me today. How are you doing? You having a good day? I think I saw on Twitter you had an exam, or you got results back, or something like that. Okay, so he's on a mental break, psychotic wandering. Jackal's mood is improving. Catharsis helps. Ooh, that's going to be nice. 3 weeks of no school. So, how do you think the final went? You happy with how you think you did? Okay, Jackal is doing some good work. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the backside trying to get everything back up and running. How we're looking on the prisoner. 14.8. Still a while to go yet. It's one of the good things is the prisoner's not going to get food poisoning. Considering my cook has 1 skill and currently isn't cooking anything. Yeah, it's once you get your head down and you know you've got that you got that thing inside your head that just says, yeah, I need to, you know, I need to buckle down. It's fingers crossed you get the results you're looking for. A group of travellers. Oh look, another fire. Oh dear. Cassandra just loves throwing fire around today. We've got no wood in storage. But at least it's now raining. Okay, let's chop down these trees here. That'll do for now. The Forlorn Vagabond begs permission to stay at White Rock for 19 days. I can't afford not to accept the additional help at this point. Super immune and pessimist, but he's got a decent spread of skills. Unfortunately, no cooking, but hey, we'll take what we can get. What's his ideology like, actually? We'll see how easy it is to keep him happy. Supremacist and rancher. Well, we have a few animals. And he's a supremacist. Not so happy with cannibalism. But everything else, yeah, seems to be relatively compatible. So at least he's not going to go off the rails and murder everyone. Unless he's, you know, a mime. And then we're probably screwed. But we do have a bed, so that'll come in handy. And the extra set of hands for harvesting. Yeah, I was saying earlier to Davey Bopper and Zin when they popped in, 1300 hours in the game, and Cassie's still beating me up at every occasion. And I've got an off-stream colony that I'm playing that I started in Chubb's Discord, and that is running fine. I'm up quite high in the tech levels on that. We've advanced the ideology 3 times, and everything's running well on that. We're starting to get everyone fitted up with advanced bionics. That's the one where you've now got a tier 3 android body. That colony is going perfectly fine, and that is Cassandra. That's on Strive to Survive, the same as this run. It's using all the same mods, and that colony is going great. It's running really well. But this is the second colony. I started yesterday. We got 3.5 hours in. Things were looking relatively good, and then we got a 2-hive infestation that appeared in a cave outside the base, and I got overconfident and I thought we could handle it. And spoiler alert, no, we couldn't. And the insectoids wiped us out, and so we started this one for the last half hour yesterday, and then we're an hour in today, and Cassie's just like, nope, not having it. It's Cassie woke up and chose violence today. Oh god. Okay, it's the prisoner. That's fine. Just make them miserable. Sensory mechanites, that's a pain in the backside. And Jackal is an almost consistent major break risk because their brother died. They've got Wanderlust, so they get a debuff for not leaving the colony. they were friends with their brother, so that's a negative 20 in total. And then 2 of their other friends died, so that's another negative 6. I'm committing the ultimate war crime by not having tables set up, which, to be fair, I probably should set up a table. Got some stuff that I pulled out from... Oh god. Cassie, just stop, will you? It's a single person with a club. They are nimble, which is going to be a pain in the backside. They've actually got a bit of skill. Okay. You are a shooting pawn. Do we have a bow? Yes, we do. Go and get that bow, and then you can come and join your new friends in getting beaten in the head with a club. Come on. That's better. And the corpse means we get some human meat to eat, which some of us are fine with, some of us aren't. Ah, dear. Is Masaru capable of doctoring? He is, so we'll make sure he's set to self-tend as well. So have you got any interesting plans for your 3 weeks off? Crisis of belief. Okay, so you are now the Marauding Creed, which means we need to change you back to convert. Oh dear. Okay, so now we've got a table. Do we have anything else? We've got a stool that we can put in. Anything we can make the bedrooms better with. Another end table. Lawful dresses. Poor. Normal. That'll do. No, we're already installing that one. Okay, so you can have the poor one. We'll destroy the awful ones. We'll destroy that table. Destroy the armchair. It's an awful armchair. We'll keep the good one. Keep the excellent one. A couple of fridges. Install the tool cabinet. Yeah, I know that feeling. For me, I have the time, it's just getting the energy together to tackle projects. I finally got around, well, finally got the motivation to finish the rogue subclass that I've been working on for D&D. So I finally got that edited, formatted, and put up. I got 2 more, over the last couple of months I got 2 more back from playtesting, which was the Ranger and the Bard. So that's subclasses 11 and 12 out of 14. And if I can keep up the motivation, I should be able to get those finished within the next couple of weeks. But yeah, it's the recovery from COVID is absolutely destroying me. So I spoke to my doctor the other day, and they've given me an official diagnosis of fatigue problems relating to COVID, and it's maddening because I did everything right. You know, I was masked at all times. I was doing everything that was asked of me, and you know, I still caught it, and I'm still suffering with the after effects. All because some people decided that they were going to go into work with an active infection. But there's nothing much I can do other than bitch and whine about it to strangers on the internet. It's yeah. I'm just going to mute myself a sec while I have some tea. I always feel better with a nice hot mug of tea. He's got food poisoning again because he's an incompetent cook. Gabella, for God's sake, Cassie. Another crisis of faith. Okay, what are you throwing at me this time? Theo Smith with a hatchet. He's a jogger, so he's going to get it quite fast, but he's also 75. And he's a dwarf. 4 skill. He's got some decent skills. He's got cooking skill. We could probably do with capturing Theo, to be honest. But we'll see how it goes. We don't really have any melee pawns, which means knocking them out is going to be a little more difficult. We do have a club. Why can't we equip this club as a sidearm? I think you can't have clubs as sidearms. Oh, that's a pain in the backside. Sod it. We'll just try and shoot his leg off or something. Okay, everyone up. The food poisoning pawn to the front, please. You're going to get knocked down very fast. Couple of good shots. That's what we like to see. If we can get out of this without taking any wounds, that's great. Excellent. He's going to take forever eating now. The deserter. Violet. Mountain lover and too smart. Plants and animals, shooting. I think not. We'll stick with the Empire for this one. Right, Gabella is converted again, so let's continue with the recruit. So we'll need to get rid of all of these eventually. We don't currently have space for them. So we'll expand this zone out here just to get rid of them. So one of our animals, Loyalty, can haul, so they'll begin moving things out for us. So we've got a nice little mountain base to start off with. Should keep us relatively insulated once we get some defences set up. Its cooking's up to 240. Still no plants above 8, so no heal roots for us. No medicine. So it's got harvest that there, that there. What else is that? Yeah, let's select it all on the map and harvest fully grown. People will get to it as and when they've got time. We'll see how it goes. God's sake, Cassie, you... Cassie is not happy with me today. No rest for the wicked. So, this is from Vanilla Genetics Expanded. And so we've got a legendary chicken bear rooster and a legendary chicken bear hen. Of course they both have to be legendary. Okay, so everyone up. Back out we come. And we're going to try and fight the chicken bears. Ah dear. The chicken bears are going to be fun. Hopefully they're not too resilient. You know, if we can actually hit them, that would help. Okay, they are quite resilient. Okay, it took a little bit longer than I hoped, but we got them both eventually. Finish that one off before it gets back up. Then sort yourself out. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. A couple of notifications on my phone, just give me a second. It's nothing particularly important. Solar flare, not important to me. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's not particularly important for today. Yeah. I can read those later. Okay, everyone should be tended. Blood loss moderate. No, that's fine. Okay. Okay, things are starting to somewhat stabilise. The sensory mechanites are going to get old very quickly. But 10.7 resistance, so getting there slowly. We'll set up another bedroom. Set up some light in those other rooms. And we probably should look into a couple of research benches. Just on the off chance we actually get some time to do some research. Now, only a 0.3 drop. It's going to take a while to recruit to Gabela. Of course. Social fight. Why not? You know, it's not like the colony nearly died. You just have to go and punch one of your new friends. So sometimes I swear Cassie's listening to me. And of course, Jackal is our constructor. Gabella has gone berserk. One, knock him on the head. Okay, everyone, just come and beat them up, please. Oh, no, that works. Of course, we can't do that until we get the door built. Come on, Jackal, speed up. Recapture them. Ah, dear. I love the fact that I've got no medicine, so he's just stood in the prison tending himself. Ah, here we go. Oh, you can go and do that elsewhere, you know. Ah, okay, what have we got? I think everyone just needs a bit of sleep. How long have we got? 15 days on that one. 4.7 days. Slept in the heat. It's only 23 degrees. 4.7, 5.1. So we're looking at 5 days, give or take. Bonbon Sherry, first blood letter of the Red Brambles, requesting a favour. Gary Kemp's interested about all the cultures, and she wants to host him at White Rock for 23 days. So he wants to learn about other cultures, but he's got paralytic abasia. So he's going to learn absolutely bugger all. Trigger happy, animal lover, fast learner, bloodlust, decent mining, social intellectual. Pneumatic claw and glitter world medicine. Yep, sod it. We can make a bed for him. Jackal, get that bed made for me, please. And put him in the bed. So we can keep him fed and alive. He's not going to enjoy much. It always bothers me when they send you quests like that. He's got paralytic evasion, but he wants to learn about other cultures. It's like, he's not going to learn much laying in bed. So once we get the research benches done, we'll start researching stone cutting. Because I don't want the colony to burn down again, so I need to replace it with marble as soon as possible. Just going to mute myself a second. Ah, dear. Keeping myself hydrated, 'cause it is quite warm here. It has been for the last couple of days. But also, recovering from COVID, my voice is still not quite right. My throat's a little bit off. But keeping on top of everything. If anyone does want to know what kind of mods we are running, we do have an ! mods command, which has a link to a Steam collection that has every single mod we're running as part of that collection. Just makes it a little bit easier than trying to have all of the mods in a single image, because there are quite a lot of them. And we do also have a question of the day, which is, have you ever met any celebrities? And if so, what were your interactions with them like? Just, trying to bring up some conversations. I spoke earlier about, I did have the chance to meet Alan Shearer when I was younger. He's really good interaction, really friendly guy, and they do say don't never meet your heroes, but that one, yeah, Shearer was really nice about it. I've met a few other famous people, mostly at conventions and things like that. So being a huge Star Trek fan, I've met Nichelle Nichols, who played Lieutenant Uhura in the original Star Trek series. I've met a couple of people who were on a show called Storage Wars, including the host Sean Kelly. We actually met originally through someone who used to come into a place I used to work at, which was an auction room. And then they did a UK version of the Storage Wars show, and he came over here for that. And then we met again at Comic-Con a couple of weeks later. Lou Ferrigno, who was the original Incredible Hulk. He was also in the two most recent Hulk films as well. He played security guards in both of them. Again, really nice guy to meet. The first time I met him, he wasn't actually doing a signing at the time. He was just sat having a chat with some of the con staff, and there was about 5 or 6 of us in the queue to get his autograph. And even though they hadn't started yet, he waved us all over, and he pulled up some chairs. We sat around, had a good natter. And it's yeah, and even for his age, he's still a really big guy. And it's, you know, his arms are the size of my thighs, and I've got really big thighs. But no, he's really one of the nicest people I've met. So I do think I am quite lucky in the interactions I've had with celebrities. Have all been relatively positive. But that being said, I've met a small handful, and they've been, you know, of course you're having a fight. Wonderful. But yeah, the interactions have all been, you know, at places where you expect them to be nice, because that's part of what they're there for. They're never going to be out of bed if they keep fighting. And raw food. See, the raw food thing is your fault. You're our cook currently. And Gabella, where are you? 8.6. So we're getting closer. It'd be nice to get the recruitment done, but we'll see how it goes. Oh god. Masaru is now in a sadistic rage. Okay, so... Did he... When did he destroy his bed? This is getting to be a pain in the backside. Go and get him before he kills the prisoner. What quest? Over. It's, yeah, because we can't arrest him to stop him killing a prisoner, because he's gonna get pissed off with us. Fine, we'll just take you by force. Everything's falling apart. Get the short bow at the door, so the short bow the door shuts. Everything's falling apart. You know, this could be going a lot better. But it's the way RimWorld goes. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. And considering this colony was built for 5 people to manage, and we've now only got 2, the fact that it's still vaguely running is a positive. It's taking a while, but there is not much else we can do about it, really. Masaru's having a crisis of belief. That's fine, because he's not part of our ideology. Of course you've got food poisoning from your own goddamn food. You know what? I'm going to say no drugs. Because if you keep getting stoned, it's not going to help at all. Ah, dear. See, that's what happens. You've got food poisoning, you got stoned, and now you've collapsed. You're an idiot. Cassie is really trying me today. Jackal, can we... Do you not need feeding? Are you not set to warden? You're not set to doctor? No, go and feed Kemp first. He will survive a couple of bruises. Kemp won't survive not eating. Kemp has got food poisoning. Okay. Really, Cassie? Really? I'm going to shut that door for now. As Masaru can't go anywhere, Kemp can't go anywhere. So you guys are just not going to sleep in your beds tonight. You know what? Let's make a couple of bedrolls. Is he buggered off? Can't hear him anymore. So there we go, there we go. Okay. Have your beds back. Of course, we're out of meals because he's got food poisoning from his own meals. Masaru's certainty is coming down. That's nice. 8.6 on the recruitment. Oh, we can... Masaru's asleep, of course. Go and have a chat with him. .3. Okay, so he's converted. We'll now set him to recruit. Here we go again. So, has anyone got any interesting plans for this weekend? Anything that they'd consider out of the ordinary? So I think my plans for this weekend are relatively mundane. I've got some cleaning to do around the flat, and preparation for a job interview on Monday. A weaponsmith approaches. Excellent. So I think this weekend we're doing some cleaning. I want to try and get another stream in, and then a bit of brushing up on the research I've done about this company. You know, prepping interview techniques, things like that. It's not a it's not an amazing job, but it's a job, it pays, and that is the most important thing right now. We sell everything we don't need. 248 gives us 72. We could get a musket. Or a crossbow. I think we'll take the crossbow. Drop it off. And who is our best shooter? Just happens to be our royal, so you can take the crossbow, please. You can get rid of the peeler and take the short bow. And we can ditch that. Ditch that. 18 days. It's a long time, but it will do. For God's sake. Baylor has gone berserk again. Did I just hit my own guy in the back? Nope, he just got knocked down by a fist. Of course. Capture them. That's alright, he gets back up. Ah dear. Oh dear, quite a big yawn then. That's the fatigue talking. Ah dear. Yeah, the fatigue from the recovery has just been it drains everything from you, and still got a bit of brain fog, so my mind's a little bit off. A gift of Cordax resin, wonderful. So what I'll probably do is we're approaching 2 hours of the stream. So I think around the 2 hour mark we'll take a 10-minute break. I'll get a fresh mug of tea, another bottle of water, and get some stretches in, and walk about a bit, wake myself up. Got to try and beat the fatigue somehow. Oscar 6.8. Saru is 16.6. Royal Ascent. We're not going to be doing any of the special endings as far as the long game goes. I'm going to be aiming to build our own ship. So whenever those quests come up, I'm just going to delete them from the list. They do go into historical if we want to go back and find them again. But for the moment, I plan on building our own ship, so that's the plan for the long term. Obviously, we need to get there first. We need to have the colony last that long. But we'll see how it goes. Of course. Manhunting British short-hair cats. There's only 2 of them. That's not terrible. But there are only 2 of us, one of whom is heavily injured. So let's... we'll see if we can face them down. If not, you know what? It's probably best if we fight them from back here. So what we'll do is you'll stand in the doorway, you'll stand behind. And we'll fight them from there because they should be in the light then, which will aid us with our accuracy. He says as they go massively wide. That really didn't last long. So part of me is close to saying we'll give up with this colony. Finish off the cat. Where is the other one? The other one is there. Of course, we're going to miss. And we'll try and take it out in melee. I think we're going to drop. There we go. The man in black. Melee and shooting skill. Less shooting skill than melee. Finish that off, please. You do have some medical skill, so who is dying fastest? 10 to Jackal, please. They're dying in 2 hours. He's got 18. Death in 1 hour. Death in 0.7, 0.6, 0.6. Can you stop them bleeding? Nope. Okay. And you don't have any of the skills that we're going to need to replace. I'm calling this colony done. So what I'm going to do, we're going to save and quit to the menu. And we'll get rid of that save. And what I'm going to do is we're going to go on a quick 10-minute break. Hydrate, take any meds you need, stretch. I'm going to do a bit of stretching myself, get some drinks, and then we'll come back in and we'll start another new colony with attempt number 3. So I'll see you in 10 minutes. Hey Faildrave, you're still here. Thank you for popping in, saying hi, and hope you have a good dinner. So I've just had a bit of a stretch. I've taken some painkillers. I've got some more water, another mug of tea, and we're going to go into attempt number 3 with this new colony. Cassandra has been punishing us quite heavily over the last couple of days. So let's see what we can do on a new start. I do like to have 100% map, and let's just transit company will do. Let's see what kind of map we get generated. So again, I'm going to be looking for a temperate zone mountainous map. Anything above 40 days of growing would be ideal. If we can find one that's year-round growing, even better. But we shall see what is available. We do have alpha biomes, so there are quite a few more biomes that are available. Each one has their own unique challenges when it comes to running. Ooh, nice big ocean there. It's like one big continuous continent. Couple of smaller islands. We want to about the centre, so this should be year round, and we're going to be looking for granite and marble, or more specifically marble and granite if it's available, because we'll want marble for inside the base and granite for the defences. Okay, so I think we'll go for this one. Marble and granite. 12C to 21C temperature average. Year-round growing. Temperate forest. We're going to create a fluid ideology. And let's go with... Yeah, let's go with a steampunk revival. And we're going to... I think since we're planning on staying where we are, I'm going to go with city builders, so we're going to make some permanent bases. We'll remove that. Let's change this to Astropolitan. I do like the creed of steampunk. Okay, so respected execution, abhorrent slavery, no rules on clothing, organ use acceptable, cannibalism acceptable, eating aliens is acceptable, fungus don't care, alien race is respected, insect meat don't care, nutrient paste indifferent, very fast research please. Okay, slavery is abhorrent. Insect jelly is neutral. Physical love is free. One only, keep names. Okay, so Grand Chief. We only really want things that can be created first level. Prime Cogmaster, yep, that'll be fine. And the Moral Guide, yep, Pelt Coat is fine. Let's get rid of the Sky Burial. No, remove, there we go. We'll have just standard funerals. Drum Party, Sky Lantern Festival. We'll add a social festival. That'll do. We'll have pews. I do prefer having ideograms. I do like the all-seeing eye. And I've got a couple of relics. Not having any venerated animals. And we like all kinds of hair and tattoos. So let's see. Pawns that we start off with. Ascetic, eccentric, iron-willed. They are a nudist, but also a careful shooter. Plants, animals, and social. They're decent, so I think they can stay. Club hunter. Very high melee skill with brawler. They are perfectionist, desensitized, and world weary. Perfectionist means they're going to work slower, but they can cook. But animal skill, they're good all round, so I think we'll keep Frost as well. Incapable of violence, immediate no. Ocean lover, psychopath, insatiable and sickly. No real outstanding skills, so that'll be a no. Undergrounder, good. Cat person, brawler, sanguine. Another melee pawn, good melee skill. Good cooking. Good plants. Capable of medical. Little bit of construction. Very solid pawn, I think we'll keep them. Drunken Master, another melee pawn. Dog person, jogger and cannibal. Social, a little bit of cooking. I think we can afford to get rid of them. Ernesto, trigger happy, so shooting pawn. Ecologist and jogger. Plants is above 8. Well, it's 8, so we can get heal roots. Animals are good. Do we have anyone with crafting? We've got 5 crafting. So we could probably do with crafting and mining on this last pawn. Super immune, sanguine, jogger, slob, and wimp. No thank you. So let's re-roll this one. No. No. Not really the skills we're looking for. No. Bloodlust, nimble, and tough, but not the skills we're looking for. No. So this could take a little while. Good crafting skill. Drunken Master Underground, Nervous, Gourmand, and Perfectionist. They can cook as well, but they are frail. I don't want to be dealing with frail. Not on a new start. Good crafting. How are we looking on construction? We've got some basic construction skills. Ultimata, Ecologist, Abrasive, and Jealous. Abrasive and Jealous is... it's going to be a terrible combo. Animal Lover, Insatiable, Volatile, and Ascetic. They've got good crafting, good plants. I think they're going to have to do. Yeah, I think that's what we're looking at. Construction and mining aren't too great, but they're enough to get us started. So let's see what the map looks like. Okay. Actually looks like a fairly solid map. Good defensible area to start off with. few beds around. Are there any hostile creatures? One, two, three. The bed there, it's a poor one though. Okay, this looks like a fairly solid start. So I think we will be keeping this map, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll be keeping it as it is, so we'll keep that. So to start off with, that looks like mud there. So what we'll do is we'll zone our initial stockpile there. We'll throw up a wall with a door. It's going to have to be a wooden door. You haul all that stuff urgently, please, and the wood. Okay, we'll set everyone to move fast. We'll turn off the expanding home zones. Leave that one because it's awful. We will have that. So that gives us 3 beds. 4 beds. We'll take the poor one for now. Five. It's awful. And we'll leave them for now. We'll uninstall the research bench, because that will be useful. So looking around, that should be everything. It's everything we want for now. So, who have we got? Construction. Anyone above 4 skill, we'll consider. I'm going to leave the automatic priorities on for now. Purely because it will help with everyone doing everything possible. You 2 are capable of doctoring. You've only got 4 skill, you've got 6, you've got 6. So having 2 people capable of cooking is going to be beneficial. We'll reorganize this list, so shooting and melee, primary shooting. Purely melee, we'll move to that side. Purely melee. Melee and shooting. Melee and shooting. Okay, so we've got 3 that can do both, and 2 that can only do 1. So the 2 that can only do 1. And you can have a short bow. You're slightly better at melee, so I'll move you to that side. You can also have a short bow and a knife. You can have our peeler. So everyone's should be armed now. We'll go and collect all of the furniture. In the meantime, structure, we will wall off this bit here as well, and we'll put beds and stuff in here. And then growing zones. We want to set up rice. And that will be corn. That will be cotton. Just get those little bits there. That one will be Tinctoria. And and that one will be heel roots. So heel root, cotton, rice, corn, and tinctoria. And we want a dumping stockpile, which I'm going to fill in there. That bit can go. And floors, we want to till this soil. Make sure we till all of that there. And we'll shift those out there. We'll deconstruct these old mech parts. And we'll see how things go for this start. This area will be quite defensible. We'll block off this bit with stone walls when we're able to. We'll put a couple doors in so we can pass through. And then we'll set up our defences around here. What I also want to do is we'll set all of this here to deconstruct. Get rid of all of that there. And so we'll quickly set up the beds. This is just a temporary measure. Is anyone really? Really should have done this a little bit earlier, but we'll make it work. Frost was out stargazing. Everyone's got beds, which is helpful. So what animals have we got? We've got a phoenix owl cat, which can't have any taming. We've got a Bengal cat, which has no additional taming, and a pug, which can't haul. That's a pain in the backside. As much as I love having animals in a start, ones that can't do much are not much use. But we're starting to get the planting done, which is good. Need to get rid of that. This is the benefits of having quite a few people capable of construction. This kind of thing does go a bit faster. They've all got reasonable skill in growing and plant cutting as well. That again will help. And floors. We want to remove all of these floors. Okay. We'll shift those marble chunks into storage. Some slate chunks, we'll move those. Move the steel slag in as well. Okay, so we should have a little bit of food available. Hunter lacks a ranged weapon. Who's the hunter? You do have a ranged weapon, so we can ignore that for now. We'll harvest all of that. We'll just cut that one. So there's a lot of scrap around, and we do have the Ancient Danger exposed there, which could be interesting. Because I have had a raid come in and immediately go for the Ancient Danger. Which is... I mean, it's a way to go, I suppose. We should expand the home area. So next up, we should probably put some lights down. So let's put a couple of torches in. And production. So I'm going to put a butcher's table there. We'll put a couple of stoves in, since we do have 2 chefs. And then in here, we'll put in a couple of research benches. Let's put in some steampunk stools. And we will mine out that steel there. We've only got 1 person really capable of mining. So we'll leave them to it. They will mine as and when. As their skill builds, it will get better. And we also want a crafting spot, which we'll put there. And just double check our ideology. So pelt coat and the deer skull, who is going to be our main. So 7, 5, 4, 1. So they are going to be our main. So set use visitors. Set this to fine for now. No drugs at the moment. So anything we want to take out pelt coat. Okay, so it seemed to carry over temporarily from the last one. So nothing tainted, nothing under 50%. We'll take out the pelt coat. It's not the tribal headdress, it's the deer skull. We'll take out all of the noble apparel. Anything prestige. And anything Eltex. We'll make a new outfit for our moral and leaders, which allows anything but not tainted or damaged. We'll set them as the moral leader there. Schedule. We'll make sure everyone gets time for some recreation. Fit in some work, just double check we do not have any night owls. I don't remember. No, we don't. So let's have a look at everyone's stats. We are starting to get malnourished. So rice is only just starting up. So what we want to do is send out the hunters after some easy game. Bucks and does, turkeys. And we will also select all the things on the map and harvest fully grown. So the hunters should go out hunting, and the many hunters do we have? Just the 2. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll set another to research. You know, we'll set everyone to research, because even those with no skill can attempt. Set research. We want to start with stone cutting. Sets of berries. That's what we like to see. All the berries on the map, please haul them in. Instead of harvesting and leaving them there. A mad squirrel. Where is he at? Okay. Yeah, Frost, you should be able to deal with the squirrel. Okay, Frost, you can go back. Ernesto. An attempt was made, brother. An attempt was made. Now the Tinctoria has grown quite quickly. It's the rice is getting there. One of the things that I didn't do. Details do until X. Set that to 10 above the number of colonists. Allow everything. Copy, and we'll link that with that one. Yeah, so they make a meal for themselves and then stop. Wonderful. And once we get the food stabilised and rice and corn are growing in, then we should be good to keep going. What I am going to do is, no, we'll leave the animals there for now. What I didn't do, I need to butcher the creatures, do forever, details, allow all. So our chefs are Cosme and Frost. They should start taking out those deer. It's a relatively calm start. We haven't yet had our first raid, and I completely forgot about recreation. So, a couple of Game of Ur boards, a couple of archery targets, and a hoopstone ring. Cosme is on that, making some meals for us. That's what I like to see. Okay, so I like the Red Thicket Confederation, and we'll go for let's go for Red Desert. We could probably do with getting rid of that bit of pipeline. Good man, Frost. For those cargo pods, apparel. Muffalo wool bandana. Nice. Okay, so the rice is coming in. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to go around the map. We're going to mark stuff to be deconstructed. Gives us a bit of free resource. And the reason why I'm passing over things twice with the deconstruct tool is because on the first pass it will only take one item, so it may miss things like conduits that are under walls. So set all that to deconstruct. Left this alone because we're not going in there yet. But people will go around, deconstruct all of that, and it gives us a little bit of resource. Let's remove the floors as well. If there are any. Get rid of that. Some floors there. There's probably going to be some floors in there, but we won't see them until we get the Oh! Oh! Oh, that's nice. That is really nice. Oh. Okay. That is unexpected. We're going to be claiming that. Okay, structure. We want to build a wall around that. So we want to make sure there's no roof there. Take the roof out there as well. Deconstruct that. They are attacking immediately. Okay, so they're going for the base. Everyone, if you can, get back. That's okay. Okay, so melee pawns to the front. Ernesto, I want you to be ranged for now. Go there. You two go there. Okay, are you any good? Super immune, quick sleeper, coward, anxious, technophobe. But you've got really good mining. You're dying in 4 hours. It's not really got anywhere we can stick you quickly. So what we'll do... Who is our best constructor? So, Cosmo, get building that, please. You tend. Go. Frost can... Is Frost a doctor? No. Frost will need a doctor. Okay, so set for prisoners. 2 conditions need tending, that's fine. Capture. You can go. Prisoner, we will convert first. It will finish tending. Frost has been tended. That's good. Nice. Finding a random geothermal generator. We can get that back up and running. That saves us a lot of time and resources. There's not much we can use with it right now. But if we fill out the base in this area, we can just link straight into it. We're going to have to beef up the defences around this bit. Protect it. But that's a really good pull. So we'll put some lights. We are committing war crimes because we don't have any tables. So what we're going to do is we'll put one there and one there with wooden stools. And we'll give our new friend table in there as well. Well, if you're coming to remove the roof, at least do a proper job. Okay, so I'm still all set to deconstruct and dig up. So we'll probably let the colony run itself for a little moment. Got a bit of wood. We might have to set some people to cut trees, surely. But what we are going to do is we'll build some food storage. So the food, instead of going, the raw food, instead of going there, will go into these barrels. Just keeps things a little bit neater for the moment. Great Outlaw Taibism. It's going to take them a while to break from that. Get rid of those. Frost got food poisoning from incompetent cook. Wonderful. Ooh, just wonderful. We stick that there. Begin roll change. We want them to become the Tinkerer. So this is one of my favourite parts of the ideology updates that Vanilla Expanded added. Successful roll change. And no, let's not do that. We can try a conversion ritual. Oh, you're gonna take... You've got food poison now, haven't you? Yeah. Yes, I know you're a major break wrist. Because they're ill, this might not go too well. Yeah, ineffective. And he's just sent his certainty back up. Oh well, we've always got next time. Bit of vomiting everywhere. Frost is starving. That's because he's hungry. That's because he's got food poisoning, sorry. And it's probably one of his own meals. clean this room first, please. And okay, what we're going to do is we are going to chop down as much wood in this area as we can. And then we're going to mine out and fill in some floors. So if I go like that, it's 12 by 12, that's fine. If I do that, that's 717. It will work. And I can just go like that and make sure they're all set to mine as well. We do only have the one miner, but the constructors will also get in on that because they can't construct until the mining's done, and so they will do the mining even though they're not set to mine. I'm just going to mute myself so I can have a drink. Okay, everyone's in bed. People should be recovering from food poisoning. Hopefully they do. Okay, the ambushed praetor. So the initial quest for the Empire. A fission mouse, 2nd generation, for 8 honor. We'll accept. Get your butt in here quickly. Word of trust and word of love. Nice. Okay, so fish and mouse 2nd gen. We'll just get the 3 of you here. While you are here, can you cast Word of Trust on our friend? Brings his resistance down, which means we'll immediately be able to recruit him once his conversion's done. That's not too bad. Okay, we'll auto-load that. Quest complete. Freeholder title gained. You are recreation starved. Why are you recreation starved? You've not been doing your recreation. I have set everyone to do some recreation. So if you're not doing it, that's your own bloody fault. Grandiose ceremony. Nice. And yeoman title gained. And we got word of trust. I like that. That's a good roll. So we'll set that high. Dignified, natural, and minimal. Okay, so minimal wall. Yeah, so you can meditate at walls or natural focus objects. Or a throne. Well, he won't like a throne because he's ascetic, so we'll just go misc, and we'll just set a meditation spot next to a wall. What we'll do is we'll set all of these random spots out here for now. And let's have a look. How's your health? Your health is good. So come and convert, please. It's 765. That's a good drop. I'm happy with that. Okay, we'll set that to allow all but not meals. And we'll copy and paste across onto that one. Causeway has food poisoning covering. I don't know why we didn't install that bench, but get rid of that one. We'll install that one here for now. It links to all of the beds. We'll expand the zone over here. Okay, we're starting to get some medicine harvested. That will come in handy later. We're getting this room finished off. Then we'll get this one sorted. So you can see, even though we only have one person set to mining, everyone that's set to constructing is doing the mining as well. It's a little bit slower, but when you've got very few people capable of mining, it helps. That's it, go and convince him to 62 down to 51, so we're doing 10% at a time. That's helpful. And we'll expand this again. This is only going to be a temporary base while we get the mountain dug out. As I say, it's going to take a bit longer. Although it'll go faster once we get Acoitus recruited. But we don't want to do that until we've converted into our ideology. Get things hauled in when we pull them up, please. So things are calm for the moment. Best way to put it. So we'll watch them go through the night. It's going reasonably well, relatively calm, collected. Expedition to the Desolate Laboratory. This is another vanilla genetics expanded. Not going to be doing that. Not yet, anyway. We're a bit far off doing any of the genetic stuff. Can you imagine what tribal genetic modification would look like? It'd be interesting for sure. Okay, so we're back to making meals. We've got some leather, plain leather, light leather, some cloth. Might set some more. We'll hunt the mares and the stallions. They should give us plain leather. Dirty cooking area. Wonderful. Cosme, a favour and clean this room for me, please. Okay, so I think we're done mining out this room. Okay. Looks like mining is nearly done. 2 more tiles. And then they need to go and chop some trees down. Oh look, everything's been harvested and left out. Let's tell them to get this in, please. Tinctory. So how much of that do we have now? 121. I think once we get to 500 or so, then we can get rid of the Tinctory and grow something else. Probably tea. Frost need... Who's got... Frost and Illikaboo have got gut worms. Excellent. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Who's our best doctor? Cosme. Prioritize tending after you've eaten your meal. 59%. Frost just failed to eat because he threw up. Okay, so this is one that we need to get a total tend quality to 300. Cosme. Prioritize tending, please. $38. It's not great, but it will have to do for now. Clean up your puke, please. Oh dear. Gutworms is... It's not terrible, but... Oh, yeah, I forgot they're a nudist, aren't they? The savage vampires. It's quite a hairstyle. Iron stomach, martial artist, ecologist, fisherman, perfectionist. So they're going to disarm some of us. They're quite a good pawn. They are attacking immediately. So everyone up. He's going to be chasing you down. And let's do pull out your bow, please. Oh, that was simple. That was a lot easier than expected. Cosme took a single knife wound to the leg. Why not set self-tend on our doctors? Cool. Tend to yourself, please. Don't want you bleeding everywhere. So, gutworms could have been worse, really. At least it will disappear once we get to the required tend amount. So, we'll just keep working at it. Who is our best rower? Bova. Sorry, Bova. We're going to be harvesting some oak trees, please. Keep spinning that, and they should do everything that's marked. We'll get the floors finished. That's working like a charm. Oh dear, just have a little stretch. A bit of a backache. Getting some wood, we'll need it for the torches as well. That's that there. Okay, that's mud as well. Yeah. Just have a couple of bridges in there. That is only going to be temporary, but travellers seek charity. What do they want? 56 silver? No. We don't have that much. Well, we do have some silver, but we don't have a lot. So it's still a big no. Haul that wood in, please. And all the floors are down. Now we'll let the colony run itself. And it should stabilise to the point where they're doing the cleaning and the researching regularly. So we'll just let them run through the night and see what they do tomorrow. I think my chair is creaking a little bit. Colonist needs treatment. Be the 0.42 tend on yourself. Wonderful. It doesn't help that there's no light. They should be doing basic tasks. Unless it counts as a haul, I don't know. We shall see. We'll leave them running. So I do like the P music mod, combined with the bass music from RimWorld. It's pretty chill. Okay, so both of us going quite well at it, and I believe our constructors are still going out and taking down places. Yep. We've built up the temporary wall around there. So let's see what's in here. Nothing to start off with. Orders, deconstruct. Refuel these torches, please. Need a bit of light. Sometimes you do get some quite significant pauses in the music. Can be a bit frustrating at times. What I think I'll do is we'll go into the options. Oh, here comes the music again. We'll turn the music off and I'll find something to put on. So we'll leave them running for now. So let's find something to put on. Okay, so they've been converted, so we'll set them to recruit. Let's just move all the beds against the wall. And furniture. Put in another 2 bedrolls. So we'll leave that running. And I think we'll go for a cyberpunk style playlist. So if that's too loud, please do let me know, or if it's too low. Right, it sounds about right to me, but what's coming through on stream may be different. Okay, so Lucitus is now a member of the colony. So let's get him set up. Fine, anything, no drugs. We really should set everyone to herbal medicine for now. Recreation and work. Okay, and is there anything else we need to take care of? He is a quick sleeper, so we can reduce here the amount of sleep he gets. So let's do that. We'll give him an extra couple hours work in the morning. And we have a raid. Orange rabbit with a throwing axe. But martial artist and cannibal, but with no melee skill. Again, good at mining. They might be worth taking. But they're not attacking right away. There is a mad cougar. Why are you going for that, are you? Why? It's the middle of the night. You complete not a... Everyone up. Need to see if we can try and outrun it at least. Don't think we can. It's Manhunter, so it's not going to try and eat us. But you are bleeding out. Okay, you two up front. You get that out. You've got a shiv. You do have some shooting skill though, so... Finish off. Okay, Cosme, you need to go tend yourself. Ositos, you are a doctor. So, rescue. We'll drag their stuff back, please. And we will need to deal with the raid as well. Let's... So what I want to do, I'm going to replace the short bows with recurve bows. Do until we have 5 equipped, count one away, that are normal or better. So what? So you're going for the geothermal. Of course you are. Right, so you're going for the butcher's table. Okay, so Ernesto's down there. Okay, everyone up. Over, get there. Cassie, come on. Chicken, cat, rooster, and a cat rabbit. Okay, Ernesto, get your butt back here fast, please. You have to. He's not going to be able to outrun them. Get up into melee with him, please. Okay, back here. Ernesto, come on, faster. Vamos. How fast is that thing attacking? I hate some of these monstrosities. They're just... Right, everyone, go and do your thing. But we've now got a functional geothermal generator. And we can set that to pick them up. Yes, I wonder why you've got a break risk. You don't need to sleep. Both Frost and Cosme have got the plague. Wonderful. Cassie is really hammering me today. Right, who is the best doctor? Cosme. Oh, Ositos. I don't think it particularly matters at this point. It's ridiculously low tens. Okay, so you've got gutworms. Over 10, 14, 21. Frost. 15, 15, 15. Cosme. 15, 14. So Bova does need help. So I'm going to preach health. He's helped catch up. Cosme 18 to 20. Frost is 24 to 23. I am going to turn self-tend off, except for Ositus. Yeah, Leakaboo can. But Cosme is not going to be self-tending, not just yet. But I just love that Cassie's like, yep, we're going to give you even more to deal with. So it's keeping us in the game on that one. 2-1. No, Bova, you're not tending. Okay. Bova, no. Cosme, no. Go and rest. Ositus, tend to Bova, tend to Cosme. $21. 52. 52's good. Okay, so that one can be tended on Frost. Eliaku, no. 50, that'll do. 49 to 44. That's 42 to 43. 42 to 45, so that one's catching up. Yeah, Constructor, just to throw that down. Ernesto. Just do that torch for me, please, mate. Okay. So Bova should be the first one who comes up to 10. 6, 9, 5. Okay, so now it's Cosme first. Area. Okay. Deconstruct. Okay, 2 hours. 63 to 60. 77 to 63. 65 to 67. Cosme should be 0.3, 0.5. Okay, so we got another 50. So that should be okay. 43 is better. 43 should help. 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. Okay, prioritize tending. Okay. Cosme Frost has developed immunity. That is what we like to see. Cosme should be getting close. Bova might not make it. $85 to $88. Don't have a breach health. That initial 21% tend might have killed Bova. They're not catching up enough. They're actually falling behind. It's now up to 3%. There's nothing I can do. Bova's dead. They're my crafter. That's disappointing as hell. That's disappointing. Okay, let's set up a grave. Set it up just there. Do some trading. Cosme, build the grave for me, please. That is... So we'll sell... keep the pug, we'll sell the cats. Okay, what have they got? Telescope will be useful. It's good for recreation. So we'll just take telescope. Install that there. Bury Bova for me. And we'll do the eulogy. So that was really disappointing. And I've just realised I need to set Lyakaboo to do anything really, so they can meditate. Why have I set them on? Who's our quick sleeper? It's Ositos. Transport pod crash. Jumps location. Takumi. Shooting 12. Animals 12. But they are clumsy. They're also a space marine apparently. Ositos. Come and rescue. We'll rescue and send him off on his way. Heartwarming eulogy. So it's not all bad. How are the gutworms looking? 148. 95. The others will survive the plague. It's not terrible. Gift. A shirt and some beads. Okay. I've had worse gifts. And I'll build a funeral pyre because I think we can burn clothes at it. We've got some tainted clothing that we could do with getting rid of. Cassie is pulling no punches today. Oh dear, I just looked at the time. I forgot that I started a little bit late. And it's just ticked over midnight. Usually I start about 7 o'clock and try to run for 4.5 hours. We're 3.5 hours in, so we'll run for another half hour and see how I feel. If I'm still relatively with it, we'll keep on going. But I know yesterday I got to about 3 hours 45 and the fatigue just slapped me across the face. It was not fun, but we do what we can. I can't believe we've lost a pawn already. At least we gained one back. So what I think we'll do is we'll actually start setting up some defences ahead of time. We've got 200 granite blocks, so we can wall this in. 45, 40, so that's 85. And then 60 for that one. So what we'll do is we'll go like that. We'll put steel doors there. We'll cancel that one. We can let those two go there. So, and that's one of the benefits of deconstructing a lot of the ruins around the map. It gives you some resources that you might not have access to ahead of time. So we've done no research yet. So we don't have access to stone bricks. My chair is, I think it's on its way out. It's starting to get a bit off on the back. So we've not done any research, so we don't have access to stone cutting, and so we don't have access to bricks other than what we deconstruct. But we'll get these walls up. That'll force anyone to come up and around. We'll probably wall in this bit and then set a kill corridor that comes in and down. Don't know why that granite wall didn't get replaced. So we'll get rid of that one, and there we go. Okay, so we're starting to get things put together quite nicely. So this playlist is it's had a few additions since I last listened to it. It's quite a bit more high energy than the usual chill music we get from RimWorld, but I quite like it. Everyone's asleep. Takumi needs to heal up and leave. Not particularly interested in keeping him around. 40%, 172 is not terrible. Yours, 148. Oh. Ship to the stars. No, thank you. So, same thing as I said with the last colony. The ending that we're going to attempt is building your own ship, which is one of the default RimWorld endings, because I don't want to be selling the colony. So the Archaeonexus is out of the question. We have the city builders meme, which means travelling on the world map is going to be a massive mood debuff. So travelling to the crash ship is not a good idea. And I just generally don't like the royalty ending. So we'll stay here. We'll build up the colony, and we'll try and build our own ship to escape from this nice little planet. I'm just going to mute you a sec so I can have a drink. That feels a lot better. I hope you're all remembering to stay hydrated while it's warmer. As I know myself, I need consistent reminders. As otherwise, I just stew and vegetate and forget. But we'll leave the colony running and see how they fare. So one of the things you do get with RimWorld is a bit of downtime where you can just let the colony run itself. And you know, middle of the night, there's not much to be doing anyway. But our pawns have some orders. There's some mining to be done. There's some crafting to be done, though I'm not sure. We do still have a crafter. So hopefully Frost will be able to get that done. But we shall see. Ositus is doing the early morning planting. Who is starving? Why are you starving? There's plenty of food. 'Cause you're asleep. Okay, so you're going to get the floors now. Should do this. Get rid of the rest of these floors here. Get rid of some of the floors that are hidden under the walls. Sure, we're looking around. All those in, please. Still a few bits in there. Orders deconstruct. And we'll leave them to it. See how they get on. And what have we got? Area revealed. There's some more structure. Deconstruct, please. Mine up. that bit. I'll actually send Ositos to do that. Then we'll leave them to it. Oh dear, that doesn't sound good. Area revealed. A bit more. Okay, so we've got one person from the dynasty with a shiv. Psychically deaf cannibal. Okay, everyone up and at 'em. Okay, there's 3 people up there. They should be able to make it back down in time. Ositos. Equip shortbow as a sidearm. Ernesto, come back down. Cosme, Frost, I'm going to set you up there. Ernesto. There. Okay. Not particularly great skills, but they are intellectual. So you two can go. Ositos, capture. And I think we'll make them purely a research bot. Because we do need to start getting some research done. Prisoner, convert. You tended 1 wound. That's better. Once they've woken up and they're up and about, we'll be able to use Word of Trust to drain their resistance. It's only 4, but it will help. Kyle is being chased by manhunting cats. No thank you, Kyle. I'll leave you to run away from the cats. Okay, exploration of the Tesla installation. Nope. Not just yet, anyway. That sounded like an insectoid. What was that? Oh god, is there a cave in here? Oh, that's not going to be fun. That's going to be interesting when we find it. Maybe if we leave it long enough, the insectoids will die off. That's not a good sound. Frost is fully healed. Still got gut wounds though. 237, so another couple of 10s, he should be fine. You're falling behind, 155. You're doing your own tending, which is probably why. Frost, clean this room first, please. Some food poisoning meals. So maybe I'll set Susaminis up as a cleaning and research bot. Do need to keep some cleaning going. Ah dear. Genetics supplier. I'll have a peek at what you've got, but... And a royal tribute collector. Where are you off to? You're going for a walk. Let's have a chat with them. Yes, I know. Okay, so they've got some genomes. We do have medicine. But we don't have much, if any, money. It's the way it goes, though. Why is it saying welcome to the chat? I don't know. It's just decided to reconnect. Suppose I can live with that. Yeah, I know. I deleted that one for a reason. These Empress butterflies are going to piss me off. So let's get them hunted. They're eating our crops. No, thank you. Good man, you hit it. How did you not kill it? Shot off a wing. So, set up another stockpile there. The other one fled, that's alright. Ah, dear. I forgot that expanding the stockpile doesn't copy over the right details. Okay. Get some insect chitin, which will come in handy. I'm sure you're still quite well up there. 3 days for a conversion ritual. We won't do that yet, and we're nowhere near 3rd December already. This colony's a little more sedate than the last one. Cassie's behaving for now. We are probably about 2 hours into this colony. We'll call it an hour 40 because we started just after our after the midstream break. And yeah, she's playing nice for the moment. What have we got? We've got some plain leather. What is the Tinkerer's health coat? Okay. So add health coat details. Yeah, we've got 80 ingredients. Do until we have one that is normal or better. So what that'll do is, if we ever have less than one pelt coat that is normal or better, the crafter will then go and make another one. So it means we should always have a good pelt coat, well, a normal good coat, a normal pelt coat or better for Elikabu to wear. Who is your lover? Frost. Okay. We need to get you a double bed then. They've sent one of their elders to come and stab us. Dementia and hearing loss, also a royal jelly addiction and a wake-up addiction. Yeah, that's an attempt was made, I guess. That's one of the worst pawns I've seen come on a raid. Okay, so and Frost. I can't believe the state of this pawn. We're going to have to kill them, as the royal jelly addiction will turn them into a mega spider eventually. Okay, everyone up and at 'em. You two to the front. Ernesto, you can take a step back. Come on, Pepper, die for me. Excellent. We are going to leave the royal insect jelly alone. Everyone is set to no drugs. Make sure we turn that off. How many wounds did Cosmo take? Yeah, 2. They'll be fine. They are up and about. How far are we? It's 2 days. But I think I am going to call it there. We're in a relatively good place. Things have settled down. And yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it. I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to go and find someone to raid who I can drop you off with. Let's see who is live. And how long they've been going. Doesn't seem to be much in the way of people on RimWorld. So I think I'll take you over to J-Jam Jim, who is doing 7 Days to Die. We do have a raid message. So if you copy and paste that into Jim's chat when we go over. Jim does have a very cozy space. He's a variety streamer. He's recently just been on holiday in the UK and met a lot of wonderful people. And he's also recently beaten the Ender Dragon in Minecraft for the first time ever. So let's save and quit to the menu here, and let's go to the ending screen. I'd like to thank you all for coming in. Any lurkers, you are wonderful. I appreciate you all. I'd like to thank Davey for the raid earlier as well. But let's go and say hello to Jim. And Jim. We'll say hi to Jim, and I hope you've all had a good day. I hope you have a good night, and I shall see you later.